the viewers and welcome to V Concept College English. My name is Ernest. Today I want to start a new series on lessons and structure. And this series is entitled 200 Commonly Misused Expressions in Everyday English. 200 Commonly Misused Expressions in Everyday English. Therefore, in this series, we shall look at the reasons for misused expressions in English and offer tips for avoiding these mistakes in your speech and writings. Kindly follow up with all the videos that we shall be uploading in this series to catch a glimpse of the full gist. Have a happy viewing. Welcome to the 13th episode of our 21 in 1 video series entitled 200 Commonly Misused Expressions in Everyday English. In today's episode, we shall be discussing word sets 111 to 120, and the expressions that we shall be considering in this episode shall include on/off the lights, raise up your hand, the man is loaded, 25th year anniversary, shut up your mouth, I am not chanced, don't chance me, bread is made of flour, I said I'm sorry, sign your signature. So these are the expressions that we shall be discussing in this episode. And as usual, we shall pick an expression from here and bring it down to our table of analysis where we have about 4 different rules: non-standard, error type, standard, and grammar tips. Under the non-standard rule in red, we shall try to use the word sets that we are bringing from there to construct a kind of expression to reflect the common errors that are associated with the words in everyday usage. Then after that, we shall try to identify the possible errors that are associated with the expression as constructed. And then we shall move forward to the next row in green, where we shall try to reconstruct the expression in standard usage. And then finally, we would offer some grammar tips that can help to avoid the possible errors that we must have identified with the non-standard expression as constructed. So this is what we shall be doing in this video today. Right away, let's get started with the first expression, which is on/off the lights. Our first non-standard expression in this episode is please on the lights or please off the lights, with the words on/off or the line in the expression to indicate a semantic error as the error type to which this expression can be classified. Now we are saying that we have a semantic error in this expression because the words have been wrongly brought together. Under the grammar tips, we have that on/off is a preposition, and this expression is evidently asking someone to carry out an action. And what is the action in it? When you ask someone to on the light or to off the light, you're asking the person to do something. So what's the thing that you're asking the person to do in this expression? And what still, we hear things like I have offed it, I have on it while I was owning it. So the man owned the light. So you can see that we are making a verb out of a preposition, which is a very serious grammatical error. Therefore, under the second grammar tip, we say that since this expression is asking someone to carry out an action, you would need to introduce a verb to it. And the verb that is usually associated with light is something like turn or switch. So that under the standard usage, we would have something like please turn on the light or please turn off the light. And if you choose to use switch, then you would say things like please switch on the lights, or you say things like please switch off the lights. So this is how we can talk about this expression in everyday usage. With that, we move forward to our next expression set, which is raise up your hand. Our second non-standard expression from word set 112 is she raised up both arms above her head, with the words raised up underlined in the expression to indicate a tautological error. We describe a grammatical error as tautological if two or more words that are the same in meaning have been used together in the same expression. In this case, the words are raised as well as up. Under the grammar tips, we have that to raise means to lift to a higher position or to a higher level. So in this case, the word raise is already talking about moving the arms to a higher position. So the word up is unnecessary, as we have under the second grammative. The word up is unnecessary in this expression. Therefore, under the standard usage, we have that instead of saying she raised up both arms above her head, you would say things like she raised both arms above her head. She raised both arms above her head. So this is how we can talk about this expression in everyday usage. With that, we move forward to our third word set, which includes the man is loaded. Our third non-standard expression from word set 113 is the man is loaded, with the expression marked with 2 asterisks to show that it is grammatically correct. However, it belongs to some other categories of errors in English that we can describe as colloquialism, which means it is an informal expression. Under the grammar tips, we have that the expression is a slang, and all slangs are informal words or informal expressions. As such, it should be avoided in a standard conversation. This particular expression should be avoided in a standard conversation. Therefore, when you are being tempted to use this expression in your speech, you have to clearly understand the message that you want to pass across so that you can make a better choice from any of the 3 suggestions that we have under the standard usage. So if you're trying to say that the man is rich, then instead of saying the man is loaded, then you could say the man has a lot of money. That is in a standard conversation. If you want to say that the person is under the influence of drugs or that the man is under the influence of alcohol, so if that is what you want to say in standard usage, then you have to avoid the man is loaded and make it more formal by saying the man is under the influence of drugs or the man is under the influence of alcohol. Still on the standard usage, we have that the man is loaded can mean that the man is possessed by demons. The man is possessed by demons. So you can see that whereas this expression is an informal expression, it has so many formal implications depending on what you want to say. So instead of saying the man is loaded, you can say the man has a lot of money, or you say the man is under the influence of drugs or under the influence of alcohol, or you say that the man is heavily possessed by demons. So this is how we can talk about this expression in everyday English. With that, we move forward to our 4th word set, which includes 25th year anniversary. Our 4th non-standard expression from word set 114 is we are celebrating the 25th year anniversary, with the words 25th year anniversary underlined in the expression to indicate verbosity as the error type to which this expression can be classified. Instead of saying we are celebrating the 25th year anniversary, you could say we are celebrating the 25th anniversary. Under the grammar tips, we have that anniversary is the annual reoccurrence of a date. Therefore, the use of year is unnecessary in the expression because it's already talking about the event taking place annually. In other words, yearly. So, the use of year is unnecessary in the expression. So instead of saying we are celebrating the 25th year anniversary, you would say we are celebrating the 25th anniversary. This is how we can talk about this expression in everyday usage. With that, we move forward to our next expression set, which is shut up your mouth. Our fifth non-standard expression from word set 115 is shut up your mouth, with the words shut up as well as mouth underlined in the expression to indicate a tautological error as the error type to which the expression can be classified. Now, instead of saying shut up your mouth, you could simply say shut up. And under the grammar tips, we have that the mouth is the only part of the body that you can shut up. Therefore, the use of mouth is unnecessary in this expression. We move forward to our next word set, which is I am not chance. Our sixth non-standard expression for word set 116 is I was not chanced to sleep, with the word chanced underlined in the expression to indicate a lexical error, as the error type to which this first expression can be classified. Now, we are saying that we have a lexical error in this expression because a word has been wrongly used in it, and the word is chanced, that is used in past tense form, in other words, as a verb. So that brings us down to the grammar tips, where we shall try to look at this word very closely. The word chance can be used both as a noun and as a verb. When it is used as a noun, it means opportunity or risk or luck. So when you say something like a chance, you mean an opportunity. We are going to use it to mean risk. It usually takes the plural form. In that case, you would say, don't take chances. And when you say it was just a chance, so you mean it was a luck. So these are the ways to use this word as a noun. Then, when you're going to use it as a verb, it can usually take two forms. The first form that it would take when it's being used as a verb is the form of a finite verb. And then it can as well take the form of a phrasal verb, that is figurative usage or in idiomatic expressions. Now we are going to use it as a finite verb. You could say a chance to be at a restaurant. That is a risk to be at a restaurant. That is usually the case where the word can be used in this form, that is in past tense form, when it is being used as a finite verb. On the other hand, that is when it is being used as a verb still, it will take the figurative shape. In other words, it will appear as a phrasal verb. In that case, it would agree with a preposition like on or upon. So when you use this word as a phrasal verb, it means luck. In that case, you can say chance on or chance upon. So you can say he chanced upon. In this case, remember it is being used as a verb. It can take the past tense for chanced upon. He chanced on, that is to meet suddenly. Now, the two cases that we have explained here, that is when the word is being used as a finite verb and or as a figurative expression, are not the issues that are being addressed by this particular expression. This expression is talking about something like opportunity. That is, I was not chanced. So this word cannot take the past tense form. Therefore, under standard usage, we're going to say something like, I didn't have a chance to sleep, because this particular expression is talking about an opportunity and not the case of the word being used as a verb to mean risk and or to mean meeting somebody or something suddenly. Therefore, instead of saying I was not chanced to sleep, you would say I didn't have a chance to sleep. So this word would not take past tense form in an expression like this. We have decided to add a bonus to this expression by considering another expression under it, which is I was not opportune to sleep. Both expressions are the same in meaning, and it is commonly misused in everyday English because of the use of the word opportune. This word is not usable in English, and that is why we can classify it as an icon, because it is probably the mishearing of the actual word that is supposed to be used in this expression. The word opportune is an adjective. Opportune is an adjective. It cannot take the past tense form. So opportune cannot be found in any of the English dictionaries. By application, it is not usable in English. Therefore, instead of saying I was not opportune to sleep, you could say I didn't have the opportunity to sleep, or I didn't have the opportune time to sleep. Because it is an adjective, it can be used to modify the noun time to describe opportunity. That is the connection between the two expressions. As a chance means opportunity, opportune time also means opportunity. So instead of saying I was not chanced to sleep, you could say I didn't have a chance to sleep. And instead of saying I was not opportune to sleep, you would say I didn't have the opportunity to sleep, or I didn't have the opportune time to sleep. So this is how we can talk about these expressions in everyday usage. With that, we move forward to our next word set, which includes don't chance me. Our next non-standard expression from word set 117 is are you trying to chance me? Are you trying to chance me? With the word to chance me underlined in the expression to indicate a semantic error as the error type to which this expression can be classified. Remember, we have a semantic error in an expression if the words in that expression are poorly arranged. If the words are poorly brought together to form the expression, then we are going to say that the expression contains a semantic error, because it is capable of producing distorted interpretation because of the poor arrangement of words in the expression. And at some other times, the expression can be altogether vague or meaningless because the words that are used in it have been poorly arranged. Now, as for this expression that we are considering, to chance, you can see that this word is coming after to infinitive, which means it is being used as a verb. And like we explained under word set 116, when the word chance is being used as a verb, it cannot be used in the form of infinitive. Either you use it as a finite verb or you use it as a phrasal verb. And we are going to use it as a finite verb, then it will come immediately after a subject. And then it will predict the tense, whether it's past tense or future tense. So you can say, he chanced to be at the restaurant, like we said before, under 116. Now, if you are going to use it as a phrasal verb, then it would usually take on or upon as a collocator to change to a figurative expression. So in that case, you would have something like chance on or chance upon. So that is the problem with this expression. Therefore, under the standard usage, we have that instead of saying Are you trying to chance me? Then you could say, do you want to take a chance on me? Chance on. Or do you want to chance upon me? So these are the two ways that we can reconstruct this expression. For the first one, it means, do you want to take my place? Like you are in front of someone in a queue and the person decides to jump the queue and go in front of you. Then you can use this first one. Do you want to take a chance on me? Do you want to take advantage of me? If someone is trying to do that to you in a queue, then you can say to the person whether he or she, or rather you can ask the person whether he or she is trying to take advantage of you. So this is how we can talk about this expression in everyday usage. With that, we move forward to our next set of expressions, which is bread is made of flour. Under word set 118, we have two expressions to consider. The first one is bread is made of flour, and the second one is mirror is made from glass. What we are trying to study here is the difference between made of and made from. Now, under the grammar tips, we have that made of implies the material used can still be seen in what is made, while made from means the material used can no longer be seen in what has been produced. Therefore, when you look at the two expressions very closely and under the standard usage, we are going to say bread is made from flour, because after making the bread, you will not be able to identify the flour in it. In other words, the material that is used to make the bread cannot be identified from the end product. In that case, you are going to say or talk about made from. But when the material used in the course of making the product can still be seen in the end product, then you are going to use made of. In this case, mirror is made of glass, because when you are looking at a mirror, you can still see the glass quality or the glass material in it. So this is how we can talk about these expressions in everyday usage. With that, move forward to our next expression, which is I said I'm sorry. Our next non-standard expression from word set 119 is I said I'm sorry, with the word am underlined in the expression to indicate a lexical error. And the problem with this expression borders entirely on the sequence of tenses. Now, when you're talking about the sequence of tenses, the time and aspect, that's for number 2 under the grammar tips, the time and aspect of the verb in the main clause must be reflected in the subordinate clause. In other words, the time and aspect of the verb in the two clauses must be the same. So the time and aspect of this verb is past. So I said, then this is one part of the clause because it has subject and verb. So this is a clause. I said, then I'm sorry. This is the second clause that make up this entire sentence. So this one cannot be in present tense form while this one is in past tense form. So that's the simple problem with this expression. Therefore, instead of saying I said I'm sorry, you could say I said I was sorry, or I say I'm sorry. So that is how to talk about this expression in everyday usage. With that, we move forward to our final expression in this episode, which is sign your signature. Our final non-standard expression in this episode is please sign your signature here, with the words sign your signature underlined in the expression to indicate verbosity or a tautological error. We are saying that this expression is verbose or redundant because it contains too many words than necessary in it. Under the grammar tips, we have that sign and signature are technically the same in meaning. Therefore, the expression is going to be said to be tautological. So instead of saying, please sign your signature here, you could say, please sign here, or you say, please append your signature here. So this is how we can talk about this expression in everyday English. And with that, we come to the conclusion of the 13th episode of our 21 in 1 video series. Stay blessed till we meet again.